Hi, this is Tammy Rundle. I'm here to show you a new punch from our September through December mini catalog with Stampin' Up. It's called the Modern Oval Punch. It's a punch that is included in a bundle and also a suite in our new catalog. And let me click over here to show you those things. So it's this punch. It's very lovely, works very well. And if you've never seen a punch like this or used a punch like this before, it folds down flat and fastens with this button here. And then to use it, you just push the button up and voila, it's open and ready to use. And like I said, this punch comes in a bundle and is also included in one of the suites in the catalog. But it's right here, and it makes this shape right here. And this is the stamp set that it coordinates with. And like I said, it's also a part of a suite. And the pieces of this suite include the Modern Garden stamp set, the Modern Oval Punch, and if you get those two things together, if you bundle them, they are available at 10% discount. You can also in this suite get the Blooming Pearls, which include the colors Garden Green, Gold, Petal Pink, and Pretty Peacock, and they are beautiful. I'll show you some projects later that include the things from this suite. There's also the Calypso Coral 3/16 inch braided trin, and this beautiful designer paper. So pretty. So anyway, let me set the catalog aside and bring this punch back in. And I'm going to show you today a few different shapes that you can make with this punch. You can punch out the obvious, which is this. It's exactly the shape that the punch makes. Or, and I'll just show you how this works. You just put your cardstock in here and you can pre-stamp it and then line it up in your punch and punch it. And then some other things that you can do are you can have it's almost like a ticket piece where the edges are rounded and it's a lot skinnier than the other thing that I just punched. So in order to do that, you just cut your cardstock skinnier. This one I cut at 1 inch, and I am going to feed it through the punch like that, and then bring one edge up, leave the other edge where the cutting blades are, and just even it up in the punch. And squeeze, and then take it again and put the piece, the side that you already punched, into the punch, and then line it up again and punch, and you end up with that ticket shaped piece. And you can make this as long or as short as you need it for whatever you're putting on there, be it a label or some kind of a picture, a stamped picture. And then another thing that you can do is you can take a piece that's thicker, so it's the width of the punch, and you can do the same thing that I just did with that other piece. But if your sentiment is bigger or longer, you can do that. And so just line it up in there and punch. And then put the side back through that you just punched. And then you can make this as short or as long as you'd like. I'm going to make it as long as I can. And then make sure that it's straight in there. and punch away. So you've got a nice long label. So you've got this piece and this piece and this piece. So those are the things that we've done so far. And then another thing that you can do is you can make this shape. So in order to do this shape, instead of coming in from the sides, you come in from the top. So put your cardstock in through the top, pull it on through, and get it straightened in there, and punch. And then do the same thing like I did before when I did it from the side. So you'll put the punched in end in and give it a punch. And you end up with this. Or you could, like I made the longer one before, come in with a longer piece of cardstock. Move that out of the way. And punch. And then put the punched end in first. Come back in like this. And punch. So you've got a longer one. Just like that. All right. So those are the ones that we've done thus far. And then the other thing that you can do, if you have a piece of cardstock that's the size that you want for whatever you're stamping on it, but it's really hard to, really hard to maneuver into the punch, you can't really get it in there unless you can fiddle with it, but you can make it easy on yourself and take a sticky note or something similar to a sticky note and just stick it at the top of your cardstock and then come back in with your punch, and basically it just gives you an extension so that you can punch. And then voila, you can take that sticky note off of there, maybe. And you've got your piece out of a small piece of cardstock. So how many times do we have scraps that we want to do something with, but we're having trouble maneuvering with the punch? Well, use your sticky notes and you're good. So let me scoop these off and I'll show you some of the projects that I made this weekend using this punch. I attended an online event with my group that I stamp with all the time, and these are the cards that were designed. They were not designed by me, but I made them, and they are delightful. This card is a card that Kim Peck designed. It's very cute, made with a window sheet. And this card, Laura Burkett designed. I made, she designed. And this was Julie Davison's design. Isn't that pretty? So gorgeous. One of my favorite colors, it's a new in color that has come out this year in our, not our holiday catalog, but our annual catalog, is the Wild Wheat. That's this one. And I didn't know I would like it until I started using it, and it is so pretty. I love it. This card was designed by Betsy Kreider. And here's one that was designed by Susan. Oh, look at this. It's so cute. I love it when they have little secret surprises. It's very cool. And last but not least, and this one's really, really cool. This one was designed by Mary Ellen Stites. And look at this. It's so cool. Isn't it like sweet? So cool. Oh, and yeah, so you can put your flap under that flower that you mount on there with a dimensional and it'll stay shut. But that is so awesome. So cool. I've got to make some more of this design for sure. All right, well, that's my tip for using the Modern Oval Punch. And if you enjoyed seeing my demonstration, just let me know in the comments below. And also, if you're interested in getting the products that I used, the punch by itself, or if you're interested in the stamps that go with the punch, or if you want the whole suite, just, go to my website at tammyrundle.stampinup.net and you can get your order in today. Thanks for stopping by.